Loop. Two very big words.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Liberty Loop, the #1 show on the internet in which I talk about just all kind of politics. You know what I'm saying? I want to get my opinion out there. Want to let everyone know what it's like in the middle of the country. I don't consider myself, too much on the right. I mean, it's one of those things where it's just the left has literally gone off a cliff. So, I mean, I guess by proxy, but, I consider myself a relatively, I'm intelligent. I used to listen to both sides when both sides made sense. And, there's this thing that's super interesting about, the Democrat Party and just not respecting women's boundaries, and it's just disgusting, honestly. And so we have these liberals on here, and I don't know anything about this Elizabeth, but I know this thing about Pam Keith, the blue check mark, talking about how I'm just gonna read the tweet verbatim. So the respondent Todd over here, Todd says, Joe Biden might have raped someone, and then Pam has the brilliant idea to say that means he still has lots of rape to do to catch up to Trump. Also, I highly doubt that's true. Just completely disregarding, the fact that Joe Biden's got video after video after video, just smelling little girl's hair, kissing his granddaughter. Kisses his granddaughter on the lips like every other day. Probably still does it even with the Wuhan going around. You know what I'm saying? So you got video evidence of him literally molesting children, basically, and it's just kind of disgusting. And yet these people are just completely just disregarding the rape accusation. And like one of those things is like, Trump's not the greatest man in the world, but he never raped anybody. All he said is, oh yeah, sometimes they let me grab him by the pussy, and sometimes they do. It's not, when you're rich and powerful and you're looking good, like, Trump's, what I mean, it doesn't look that bad, especially when he was like, and he was like, in his 40s and 50s, it wasn't, so like, when he was talking about grabbing him by the pussy, he was just talking about consensual, like, situations, and they kind of grilled them. The liberal media was just going after that, and you just notice the liberal media has not even touched this Biden story. It's weird. It's super weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Actually, I do know how I feel about it. I think it's garbage. I think it's disgusting. You can just tell that the little media has something that they're just just throwing around. I haven't I've been watching Fox News every day, but I'm doing stuff. I'm going out, trying to party, because the chances are they're going to shut down the government anytime soon. So you gotta get all your partying in now while you still can, because that's how it rolls around here. And I'm just trying to enjoy myself. So I don't have Fox News on every day, but I don't see them talking about it either. So I mean, it's a little weird. And it's definitely something, again, like you have video evidence. If you go to look at the C-SPAN records of them swearing in senators and people in the House and so forth, Joe Biden just like ooh, just sniffing like 8-year-old's hair, and that's weird. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, that's weird. You don't have video of Trump sniffing little girls' hair. I don't see that anywhere. But, I'm just saying, it's one of those things where, it's just completely unbelievable. You got these liberals out here just completely saying they're okay with rape now. The party of rape is the Democrat Party. And, that's why, if you're a Democrat and you're watching this and, you're just trying to get both sides, you're trying to be a well-informed citizen, I get that. I'm not, if you're a Democrat and you're watching this, chances by this point, you're not a Democrat anymore. Maybe you haven't mailed in your Democrat, resignation or whatever, voter registration form, but, you'll probably get to that in the next few days. Take your time, don't worry about it. I was considering being a Democrat when I was, in my teenage years, and I was kind of getting into politics, and I was like, I'm gonna sneeze soon, by the way. Oh my God. Oh, oh, jeez. All right. Anyway, yeah, I was considering being a Democrat, and then Obama was doing this whole individual mandate thing, and I was like, you can't mandate me to do shit. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold up. Oh God. So yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where it's like, I get the impulse. You think, the Democrat. I'm gonna sneeze again. God damn it, motherfucker. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I really appreciate you sticking with me right now. But anyway, I don't know. I was partying last night, so maybe I caught something. I don't know. But anyway, it's one of those things where, like the liberal media, if you don't know any better, right? Like, like my parents didn't really talk about politics. They were one of those, people that thought, like, it's politics and religion. You just don't talk about it. I mean, I love talking about God. I love talking about politics. It's one of those things. But maybe I'll understand when I'm older. And so forth. But I can understand wanting to be a Democrat. You just look at the liberal media. Especially back then, the internet wasn't as robust or rotund or whatever as it is now. And you just look at the media and you see, look at that, Democrats are awesome. Woo, do 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 do. You know what I'm saying? And the Democrats, they're not awesome, but they control the media. They have like George Soros and stuff. They're just writing checks. I remember I was looking at some liberal YouTubers, and I was like, how could they possibly believe the shit that they're saying? And then you look in like the background, you see the Soros checks just kind of like littering the floor, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Because I wish I could get that Soros money. If I could get paid to just come up here and say like, people should have health care or whatever. Like, well, yeah, sure, but you gotta work for it. You gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps, and like, you gotta get bootstraps. How are you gonna get the bootstraps if you don't have capitalism? You know what I'm saying? If we didn't have capitalism, we wouldn't have bootstraps. Just consider that for a moment. But the Democrat Party is really just hiding the ghost on this one, and it's just one of those things where you have Democrats being openly advocating us they're the party of rape. That means it's still got a lot of rape to do, and that's just disgusting. And like again, they've been doing these smears against right wingers, saying Donald Trump's a rapist, Donald Trump's a rapist, and then they're gonna put up a rapist to go against him. Is that one of those things where it's like, if Donald Trump really were a rapist, why would you put up your rapist against him? It's bizarre. It's really weird. It just seems like they've got like some weird ass conspiracy thing. I don't know, man. All I know is that Trump is amazing. Joe Biden's a weirdo, and this person's probably they probably need some therapy, I would say. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching my video. Sorry about the sneezing again. I might have caught something. I was out partying last night. I went to a few different bars and see some old friends. Just came back from traveling, and someone came back from Florida. They said they were visiting the beaches, and then the beaches started closing. And they're like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. They came home, and I was just out hanging out with them. So I hope it ain't catching anything. It is flu season after all. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about that Wuhan conspiracy, but talking about it's just straight up flu season. More people die from the flu than the Wuhan every day. So I mean, it's one of those things. But again, Joe Biden's not a cool guy. He's not your friend, definitely. When they cheat Bernie out of this election again, because the DNC don't even have fair elections, right? Like they exit polls and all that shit's way off. But when they cheat Bernie again, and Bernie is actually I was kind of scared of Bernie. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Bernie would give Trump a run for his money, and I mean that literally, because Bernie just wants to come after money. Give me money is what he says. But Biden's just so they're choosing the guy that can. There's the guy that can beat Trump, which is Bernie, and then you get the guy that probably can't beat Trump, and then also he's a rapist. So it's just kind of weird. So anyway, thank you for watching, and stay alive out there. You know what I'm saying? Support the troops, support America, support Trump, and be sure to do what you need to do to support America. So thank you. Participate in your economy if you can. And if you can participate in your economy, give me some money on Patreon, because I could really use some help right now. I'm just going to restaurant, spending all my money on takeout, because especially this recent fake news media, people aren't going out as much. You have these small businesses that aren't getting as many orders. So give me money, and I'll participate in the economy for you. If you live in one of these states maybe that's on lockdown, you can't do it yourself. You can just chuck some of your change over here. So thank you for watching, and you have a great day, everybody. Thank you.